Hey, y'all, welcome back to the farm. Today's gonna be very exciting because today is new tractor day. We get a new tractor today, which is extremely exciting. And our new TYM tractor is gonna be coming down this driveway any second. So cannot wait to share this with you guys. And we are gonna have a lot of fun today. So thanks for coming along. Let's go have some fun. All right, here she is. Got the 5520 cab with the hydrostat. Third function's already built into it or put on it. It's a sharp looking machine. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna see if we can't get this thing unloaded. So this machine came from Mid-State Turf and Tractor. They're going to be our dealer for all things TYM. They've done Branson for a long time, but I also have Ferris and Exmark and Cub Cadet. Lots of good stuff. Well, new tractor day's here. It's arrived. The new 5520 CH, which means cab and hydrostatic. It is a 55 horsepower tractor. I'm super excited. This is one heck of a machine. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this together. Let me show you all about this thing. Okay, first things first. Again, it's a 5520 cab hydrostat. You guys could probably figure the cab part out without me saying that. That was redundant, but anyway, R4 industrial tires. We have lots of rocks out here in Middle Tennessee, and I've never really had an issue with industrial tires. Others like ag tires better. I like industrial tires better. These are not loaded as of right now. I will have them loaded, and I'll do that probably sooner than later because we have a lot of hills out here. But first of all, the thing that I've noticed about this tractor right off the bat was the quality of the lift arms. You have adjustable lift arms. They're pin-based, not turnbuckle-based. You know, obviously the adjustment here is a turnbuckle, but the top link is not hydraulic. I will be changing that for a hydraulic top link here shortly in a follow-up video. I'm going to put a quick hitch on here. I know a lot of people are kind of conflicted about quick hitches versus non-quick hitch, but I love the quick hitch, and I'm going to put it on this machine. All kinds of things we're going to learn together, but just at first glance, the one thing that I wish it had, and I'm disappointed it doesn't, is, you know, where I can adjust the lift arms from behind the machine. You can't do that on this one. You can on the 574, but the 5520, this is a legacy Branson machine, and, you know, people swear by them. People are super happy with them, but this is the machine that TYM and I agreed on, and I'm excited to have it here. I really wanted a 55-ish horsepower tractor with hydrostat. If you guys have been following the channel for a long time, you may recall my first tractor was 50 horsepower. I love the size of that machine. That's one of the reasons why I like the 2515 so much, because it's open station like my first tractor was, and it's that same kind of much more nimble tractor to where you feel like you're tractoring, but at the same time, you don't feel like, you know, you're kind of stuck in one lane and you can't really do anything. That's why this machine is going to be so exciting. Some of the things that I had added to it is the third function. Obviously, third function is going to be really important for a grapple, which we'll put the grapple on this thing. This is going to do a lot of partner work with the skid steer. I'm going to put probably that 𝑚𝑎𝑖𝑙 brush mulcher behind it. We'll use that a bunch, and then I'll have the grapple on the front. So we're going to do a bunch of tree stuff, bunch of tree work. And this bucket will also get work, but probably not as much as other folks would use the bucket for. I'm going to use a grapple, and the grapple will probably live on this thing, that and pallet forks. Although the TYM 2515 lifts so much, that's basically, it's had the pallet forks on there really since I put them on there. I haven't taken them off. So obviously a loader will lift a good amount of weight. I think it lifts about 2,800 pounds, somewhere around there. You know, don't quote me on this stuff, guys. I'm still learning as I go, but we will get all this stuff dialed in. I love that it has a step here on the passenger side. The 2515 does not, and I'm going to put a step on the passenger side just because it's, you know, sometimes you're trying to jump back and forth. But very, very big, beefy tires. Love the way it looks. Love the, you know, how easy it's going to be to take care of. Yeah, you have lights all over this thing. All this stuff comes standard, by the way. The stuff I'm showing you right now, these are all kind of standard features that come with it, other than the third function that doesn't. But these two remotes, you know, I wish it had something for the lift arm lever here, but it does come standard with two remotes, which is awesome. One is a detent, one is a springing, I believe. Has a drawbar. Not sure what this thing is right here. It's PTO cover. Yeah, it's just covering that spline. This thing does not come up, which that's probably going to be a problem. I'll probably take this thing off because that's kind of hard to, you know, some of these things will flip up, some don't, but yeah, this will probably come off. Right here is nice to see a hydraulic, you know, there's a little sight glass there. That's amazing. I don't think I've ever seen one of these on a tractor before. That's pretty awesome. This is where you're going to check your hydraulic fluid. It's got a little breather on it. Let's see what else. Let's take a look at the engine. So I have a lot of friends that are TYM guys, right? And one thing that has me super excited about TYM is the J engine, now branded as the TYM engine. This engine is very simple. Sorry, I'm trying to get this thing open while I'm talking to you. Look at that. I can clip that with a magnet to the hood because the hood is all steel. The J engine is a super simple engine. There's only like 3 sensors in the entire thing, where a lot of engines now, because of Tier 4 regulations and just computerization of everything, there's sensors all over these things and they can go into limp mode. This one, I'm told, will never go into limp mode because there's 3 sensors. And really it's just to kind of tell you what's going on, but I was also told there's really no computer on this thing. So again, if I'm wrong on this stuff, correct me here, but my understanding is that this engine is insanely simple, and I love that because simple typically works very well. And I just noticed one other thing on there. It's got a tie-down hook here for trailering or pulling something. That's super smart. Welded right there to that frame. All right, so how easy is this going to be? Super simple. And there it is. That's the TYM/J engine. This thing is legendary. I'm honestly very excited to have one of these here on the farm because it's just a fantastic motor. And I like things that work. Also, something that's impressive here for my Christian brothers and sisters, Interstate battery, so high quality battery, but also a lot of people don't know, but Interstate is a faith-based company and they have their faith statement on their website. So I don't think they lead with that because they don't really want to lead with it. They just want to let people know that that's where they stand. So as you're supporting companies and as you're buying batteries and stuff, if that's something that's important to you, they are a faith-based company and you can look at their website and see. So I like that about this tractor. All right, what else are we looking at here? All the plumbing seems very, you know, it's very simple. There's not a whole lot to this machine. There's not a whole lot to, you know, to break or, you know, things are all pretty much covered. The hoses have some covers here for, you know, UV. A lot of folks think that this is for branches and they say, well, this isn't going to protect a branch. This is to protect it from the sun because this bend right here, that UV can eat these hoses, and these hoses are not fun to fix or not cheap to fix. So I may actually take some of these things off and actually cover these with some wraps on the ones that are, you know, they're a little bit more shaded, but yeah, I think I probably will do that. We plan on having this for a very long time. So yeah, what else? Gosh, this is so exciting. Insanely simple to service. Here's your oil. There's your oil filter. There's your oil dipstick. I mean, we're back there, the little yellow thing. It's just, there's not a learning curve here, guys. This is just a really nice, well put together machine. Everything is metal. I mean, I'm yet to see something on here that's really kind of cheap. Now, these fender flares are plastic. And I've had people say, hey, the fender flares on the cab machines are plastic, and that's cheap, and they're cheaping out. They're not cheaping out. That's a weight issue. So this is going to be plastic. This is going to be plastic. Anything that's heavy above the center of gravity reduces your center of gravity and makes it more tippy. So you don't want this thing to tip over. If you could look here from the back, you could see that I have the wheels actually set out just about as wide as they can go. And I may consider even putting spacers on there to make it a little bit wider. I'll see how it is with the fluid in the tires. It does have a very low center of gravity because everything really above that top link is plastic and, you know, fabric and, you know, just some glass. It's not super heavy up here. All the meat and potatoes is down here. But with every extra inch of a spacer, you're giving yourself a lot more stability on slopes where, you know, I mean, everything out here is a slope. So, man, I say we take it for a ride. What do you guys think? Oh, we need to look at the inside. Let's look at the, guys, I'm sorry, I'm giddy today. New tractor day is a big day. Oh, we're gonna have to do the one biggest test. Hold on one second. It has to be able to carry one of these things at the minimum. Oh yeah, I could put a bigger one in there. Good gosh. I bet you the girls could put one of their Stanleys in there. You know, basically a trash can with a straw. But anyway, so looking up here, we've got a radio, which I believe is Bluetooth. Again, we're going to dig into all this stuff and we'll talk through this as we keep going. So if you're enjoying this and you like tractors and talking about tractors, subscribe to the channel, come along with us. We're going to talk more and more about it, but speakers, 2 speakers, vents everywhere. I got in this thing and turned the air on, and the air immediately started cooling down. I do like that there's a TYM logo now on the seat. It did not used to have that. I call this like the Autobot or Decepticon. It's like a Transformers logo. Let's see, what else? Lights, you know, pretty much standard fare. Hey, it passed. Good. That's good to know. Okay, I don't have it on right now, just for sound reasons, so it's pretty warm in here. The greenhouse effect is in effect. But just looking around here, we have front wipers, a rear wiper, and I believe that that's all standard. Very, very nice. Again, stereo's easy to get to, but it's not in the way. Sometimes they're up here, which is nice, but you know, they'll be at the very top. But you lose some visibility in a machine this size. This, you know, the ceiling is plenty high enough, but it's not, you know, it's not as high as some of the bigger tractors I've had. Washers, lights front and back. Here's your air conditioning. I mean, guys, it is simple. There's not a whole lot of drama or things to break. You know, nice little place there. I'm a content creator, so I'll put cameras in there. You do have this little thing right here where you can actually, you know, charge some phones or cameras or whatever you have. Let's see. This is now a 4 range. It used to be a 3, so you have A, B, C, and D. What I'm reading is that most people are in like B and C is kind of where they live. You know, that's just kind of where the business end and the travel end is, unless you're on like a road or something. But I don't plan on driving cross country in this thing. You can split the brakes, which is nice if you're doing some tight turns. Hardly anyone uses those anymore because tractors, you know, the turning radius has gotten so good. Here's you can tilt the wheel. There's your key, hydrostatic, go forward, go backward, loader, third function. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot to it. Here's your rear hydraulics, and then you have regen, cruise control, hazard, PTO. You have auto and independent. One, if you raise the PTO, it'll turn the implement off. The other one, it'll keep it going. And then down here, we have 4-wheel drive, you know, mechanical 4-wheel drive. And then we have PTO 540 and 540E. And there's your diff lock. Now, 540 and 540E is a big deal. 540E is usually only on very, very high-end tractors. You know, for it to be here on this TYM, which is considered, you know, a value tractor, something you're going to get a lot for your money, sometimes things are left off. To have 540E, it's not left off. I think that's great because it's going to save you fuel. What you could do is you can operate your PTO implement at full RPM on the PTO, but your engine RPMs aren't as high, so you're just saving some fuel if you don't need that much power. Or if you're using like a log splitter or, you know, something off the hydraulics off the back. So, man, super nice. The back window opens, which is, you know, maybe that'll cool things off a bit in here because it's really hot. Oh, that is a nice breeze. But anyway, gosh, this is exciting, you all. You want to hear it, don't you? Let's turn it on. Man, that sounds nice. That's one thing I've noticed about TYM tractors is that they sound like tractors. That diesel engine note is just beautiful. It sounds great. It sounds really, really good. Yeah, we're gonna take this for a ride. Let's do that. Let me put the hood down. We'll take it for a ride. All right, something to know is that I just commented on the cab being smaller. I didn't realize that it has a adjustable seat, so I just slid the seat back about 3 inches. Now it's a lot more comfortable. It wasn't bad before, but this is way better. And the suspension seat, I definitely need to adjust that a little bit more because, again, larger guys, we're gonna be heavier. So, but yeah, this is a great setup. I'm really, really excited about this. Like, this is ideal size for the stuff I'm gonna be doing over the next couple months and really the next couple years. So, everything's very responsive. You know, the bucket's super responsive. Now, I don't think it's third function. I think that it's a diverter valve because there's only one button. So the diverter valve probably, yeah, it's a diverter valve. So that's what it is. So not third function. Can still operate a grapple though, not a problem. All right, let's get back to the house because we're gonna wrap this up and then we're gonna start putting some accessories on this thing. for its first maiden voyage of doing some work. So let's go wrap up. Well, friends, that is the TYM 5520CH. Man, I'm excited about this. This is a lot of fun. This video is really just to kind of show you guys the delivery process. Like I have so much to learn, but I'm excited to learn with you guys, and I appreciate you coming along with us. And there's a lot of content on TYM machines out there, and I'm going to list some channels in the description for you to check out, because there's a lot of other content creators that do a really good job as TYM ambassadors. Now, let's go ahead and get the tough part out of the way. They're not paying me anything to say nice things about them. I have 100% control over my content and what I say and how I say it, and my responsibility is to you, the audience. Like, you guys are what makes this a channel, and I'm going to be completely honest with you guys about everything and all the experiences I have. This is not a new machine. We test a lot of new machines out here, sometimes side-by-sides and and things like that, and they may have some new features that there's not a whole lot of, there's not a big body of work on the internet to look up. You could look up the Branson 5520, and this thing's been around for a long time. You could look up the Kook J engine. It is proven. Like, my opinion of this is going to be my experience with it, not necessarily if it's good or bad. I think that you can research that stuff and see, like, yeah, it's proven, it's legit. Like, TYM makes great tractors. There's no real question about that. The question is going to be is which model's best for you, and what is our experience with this machine. We're going to use it for everything. We're going to work it as hard as we work the other machines, and we're just going to have a good time doing it. And I appreciate you guys coming along with us, and I hope you'll come along in the future. Hit the subscribe button, and let's go on this journey together, because right after this video closes, I'm going to start filming another one where I'm going to do two of my favorite things I think every tractor should have, and I'm going to add them to this machine, and then I'm going to put it to work and get some work done with it today, because I have work today that needs to get done, and this machine's going to do it. So we're going to knock the new off within about, I don't know, 2 hours of delivery. It's getting put into service. This is not going to be an easy life for this machine, but we'll take care of it. We're going to enjoy it, and we're going to share it with you. So I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Joe the Farmer. We out.